Happy New Year! I'm Susan with StArtStudioArt.com. I also have a Facebook group that's StArt Stampin Up Art with Susan Brickner-Wren, and it's a great spot to jump on, ask questions, get some quick tips and tricks, and just make sure you're on top of everything. Just wonderful resource and a great bunch of people. But today I wanted to point out a couple things because Sale-A-Bration has started and there's so much fun going on, a lot of great promotions. For anyone who's not familiar with Sale-A-Bration, Stampin' Up! Puts out their Occasions Spring Catalog and just loaded with wonderful things. You can see even after my pre-order how many little tabs I have going for my wish list. But during the Sale-A-Bration promotion period that runs January 3rd through March 31st, they have a mini catalog that is free with purchase. So I'll just show you a quick example. This botanical butterfly paper, which is gorgeous. I'm seeing just great projects with this. It's free with a $50 purchase. So it's kind of the companion guide to the Occasions catalog. And I also want to point out to you, they're doing new demonstrator promotion a little bit differently. There's always something good during Sale-A-Bration for new demos. But the first option they're giving now is $175 of Stampin' Up! Product for $99. That includes the shipping. So you will pay $99 and choose $175 worth of Stampin' Up! Products. You do not have to choose a set of things that they think you need, but they will send you, they don't give us the specifics, but they're going to send you things like customer order forms. Very often they add a paper pumpkin kit. I can't promise that that's going to happen this time because we're so new in it, we haven't seen what's coming out. But typically some goodies if you do decide to run your demonstratorship as a business. Good stuff to use if you just want to get that discount. The second option they're doing during Sale-A-Bration is the $175 worth of Stampin' Up! Products plus this craft and carry tote, which they let demonstrators order, and I kind of missed it with some stuff I had going on coming into Christmas time and such a busy time. But now the only way you can get this craft and carry tote is signing up as a new demo and opting for $129. You would get the craft and carry tote, which they're saying is a $50 value, along with $175 worth of product. So I would love to have you join my team, my starting lineup, and you can contact me through Susan at StArtStudioArt.com or through the Facebook group. And if you have any questions about how to do that, they have definitely made it a quicker, easier process. Historically, there was a lot of paperwork, and now it's pretty straightforward. So if you're thinking about that, I would love to have you join under me. And then meanwhile, during Sale-A-Bration, they kind of pump up the rewards with hostess codes. So I would love to do a party if you have a bunch of friends you think would be interested in this, in person or a virtual party. But they have the normal party sales of $250, you get 10%, but you also would get $25 more once you hit that $250 hostess code. So you guys know how I put out my hostess codes, and I'll tell you real quick, and then we'll get into more fun. But today, January 3rd, is the last day I can leave this current hostess code open, but we're really close to having enough in there for someone to get a 50% off item. And because there are many people that will buy on this hostess code, what I do is a drawing. So for every $50 you've spent on that hostess code, you will get an entry, and I will draw tonight, right before I have to close it out, and pull a winner. And so have it in mind if you have contributed, have purchased through this hostess code in the last month, that you may very well be eligible for a 50% off item. I've got a couple things I was going to add if it gets super close, so keep an eye out for that. And if you have a few things you know you want to, pop in on that order and increase your odds for getting a big item at half price. So that will finish out the December hostess code today. and then we will move on to the January hostess code, and I'll keep an eye on that and update those through Sale-A-Bration if we get to that point where we can either pull a drawing or someone hits that half price item. So in addition, anyone who has not placed an order with me before will get my color collection card set for free. It's a tool that I use a lot. Here's mine hanging out. I have taken the actual cardstock after the 2018 revamp and put them all here, beautifully marked, so you can color coordinate really quickly. I would love to send that to you. If you don't have a demonstrator, give me that chance. All right, and moving on now, wanted to show you guys something super quick that I missed when I got my catalog early and did the pre-order, but these rectangle stitch shape framelit dies. My other stitch shape dies are such a go-to. I use them a ton of time, so don't miss that on page 28 of the Occasions catalog. And I will show you what I did get on my pre-order. I have been able to play with Geared Up Garage. It's a new cling stamp set. So the, if you want to call them stickers, there's kind of a two-sided adhesive that you put on your rubber mount stamps. They've reworked that so it's stickier. They will stay really nicely on the acrylic blocks, and you do want to be a little bit careful when you take them in and out, but they will stick to the acrylic blocks, pardon my reach, really well without having to do any adhesive tricks or anything else. And then when you're done using them, just be a little bit cautious how you take it off, because they will stick there nicely. And I already used that. I took a quick snapshot of the card that I made, but I played with this a little bit for someone's birthday. Love this set though. Look at that old classic car. And you know, I'm always happy when there's a masculine set. This one comes with the Garage Gears, I think is what the dies are called. Garage Gears Thinlits. And wanted to show you, that they match up really nicely with the stamps. There's also this wonderful collection of gears. So many cool things going on with this. There's a smaller set of gears. That's what I did this, and I did a little embossing to make it look metallic. And that came from that gear set. So you folks will be seeing more of this from me. And I've probably showed you before how when I get my dies, I put a little magnetic, it's from Magnetic register covers, like air vent covers, and I cut that and put that there to hold things in place. And then I also do a little label with my label printer. So I've got this thing's been around forever, old brother P-Touch, but I label up that there are 14 dies, so we know when we find them all at a workshop, and the 14 dies coordinate with the Geared Up Garage. So just my little system of keeping things in place. And then one of the really cool things about the coordinating paper, classic garage paper, it's a great paper set. Look at this. I love the color combination is this nice masculine. There's a lot of papers that have a cool print, kind of a larger print on one side, and then a more neutral but a little bit grunged background. And I love that they did that. I just love how they did that. So you don't often have to choose between one cool print and another. The card that I already made, I used this, and I actually folded it over a little bit like it was an actual map and had the sentiment for someone's birthday in there. It turned out really nice. And I added some duct tape because it worked with what was going on with that card. But look how cool. You got the motorcycles on the back. Just, this set is awesome. And I can't move on before I show you that the dies in the set fit the prints. So I might not match them up super fast, but you've got, you know, this matching here. You can take this guy matches here. So you can use the dies to cut these out and have that nice color and a little bit of a rustic finish. But they match up, they coordinate so well. And I could not help myself. I went and got the metal elements. Look at these, they're so stinking cute. So my son is 13 and he is a Mr. Fix-It, but he still like coos when he sees something miniature. Look at that tiny little wrench and the keys. I hope they're focusing well enough. But I am just so jazzed that they have that. That is just cool and adorable all at the same time. And then they also have this, oh, I should have popped it open, black and silver metallic ribbon, that striped metallic ribbon, I believe is what they're calling it. But that just looks so cool. So I'm going to have fun with that. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. And along with that, through the Occasions catalog, I had to pick up Happy Tales. I did a sympathy card not too long ago that I had to use some not Stampin' Up product. So I was so happy to see this. And this is so cute. He's got the same body type and shape as our sweet rescue puppy, Bubba. So I can color that in to match Bubba. And it's really cute because this stamp gives the puppy, gives the puppy his spots. And so there are some 2-step stamps. And if you bundle it, it comes with the dog, I think they call it the dog builder punch. So you can punch out the dog and the little heart. And you can see they were smart and they gave it the same scale and look as the 9 lives. So you can mix and match, and then along that same idea, here's your cat's outline, but you can make it a tiger cat or a tabby cat. And I don't know, like that silly little goldfish looking fish just cracks me up. But there's just great sentiments in those. Now, this is not the first time that they have used the cat punch, but the cat punch is still available. That came out maybe about a year ago in the holiday catalog, I believe, with a Halloween set. But the cat punch that you can still get through the regular catalog coordinates with this set. So I was really happy to get those, and we'll be seeing those in combination. So super fun. And then as my goodies for purchase, I picked the Home to Roost, So Happy Together, and a couple others. I made a point to kind of restock on some of my things that I run low on. You know, after Christmas, I'm low on a lot of the basics. And so I took that opportunity now to restock those things that I know I'm going to use, and then get more goodies on the free with purchase. So I did want to show you guys the new cling stamps, like the Geared Up Garage. I did not go ahead and put these together yet, but I wanted to show you, I think, my best way to stick them together, because with the old stamps, when you put the label on, it wasn't the best, but you could reposition them. And these, the adhesive is stronger, so you want to be a little more careful how you reposition or how you put them together, because you would have a really hard time repositioning them. So I'll just show you one, and you can get the idea. I'm just going to take off the back just like we always did. So I love that watercolor effect on this rooster. We were lucky enough to visit Kauai, it's been a couple years ago, and they have just tons of wild roosters running around. And I have just this awesome idea for scrapbook pages using this rooster. I'm probably coloring it in with blends. But in any event, love the set, love the look of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I'm doing it the way I used to. I'm going to take the double side off and leave leave this on the paper. Leave the stamp that you eventually want, leave the sticker that you eventually want on the stamp. Leave it on the paper and then line it up. And I kind of liked this. It took me a second because I was such in the habit of putting the sticker to the stamp. But I kind of liked this because you can, you know, kind of look at how things are lining up and try to get it to line up just right to the sticker. And that'll help if you're not using the Stamparatus or another positioning tool. And then there you go. And the really cool thing, like I tend to keep these background, like the matrix or the cutout, but you wouldn't need to because these are so sticky. Once you have that put together, they will stick really nicely to the inside of your case. So it's your personal preference. I like to keep things organized, so I'll probably still keep those, but that's super nice. And then the other thing about the new cling stamps, if you do keep them in your case and stuck to the case like that, you're not gonna allow the introduction of, you know, dust or dirt or glitter or anything like that. And you do, when you clean these, you can clean them. You just want to clean them with water and probably a chamois. But I'm gonna hope to keep mine clean, keep them fresh. So yeah, that's all there is to that. And I'm really excited because the ones I have used worked really well without that extra adhesive on the block. So I'll probably take all my clear blocks and start really cleaning up that adhesive, because as we transition to the cling stamps, it's just going to be cleaner and a little bit faster. So I really liked that. But I picked up the Home to Roost. Like I said, it just reminds me of Kawaii, and the sketch look I just love. There's a really awesome set in the Occasions catalog that I think it matches really well, and I'm gonna have to, here we go, Let It Ride. See how it has that artistic sketch, and I love that set too. So, but I thought that we could probably use those together on cards or in scrapbooking, and they would work really well. So that was Home to Roost. So Hoppy Together is also a cling set, and that was free with purchase. I don't know if this little guy is supposed to be a mosquito or a dragonfly, but I think I'm gonna make him a dragonfly, because anyone who knows me knows how poor I am with mosquitoes and mosquito bites. I've had people tell me I need to get medical attention because I swell so bad if I get bitten by mosquitoes. And then this was also free with purchase, part of my story. I just really love some of the sentiments in here. The world needs more people like you. I'm so glad you're part of my story. That's just awesome. And you know, here's to those who inspire us and don't even know it. I have a couple of those people in my life, so I'm gonna make a point to let them know how much they influence me in a great way. And the last one that I already picked up is this By the Bay. You all know anything coastal, water related, there's birds. I just think this would be really awesome colored with the blends, and also maybe with some watercolor effects. So hopefully I can get busy. I've got some appointments later this afternoon, but hopefully I can get busy really quick and start showing you some projects that I've got done with these. So thanks a bunch for spending a little time with me. And yeah, if you have your wish list together, I did send out catalogs to people who have ordered from me in the last year. If you haven't gotten those yet, everything is online. But today, January 3rd, 2019, I'm so proud I got that right. It's the last day for this hostess code, and hopefully I'll be able to do a drawing pretty quickly for someone to get a half price item. And then as soon as that closes out, we'll transition to this hostess code. And any questions or comments or anything, let me know. But Happy New Year, everybody.